What's up? How do you spool a reel with our brand new line spooling system? I'm gonna show you.
Roll that intro.
So when you purchase this baby, it comes in packaging just like this. Now you're gonna have the handle portion and the top portion that you're gonna wanna install together. It's just a press fit. Now once those are in there, it's not coming out. I mean, this thing is in there. And all you have to do is just literally press these two pieces together and you're ready to rock. Now there's also a sleeve in there. And what the sleeve does is it allows for you to use different size spools. I rarely use the sleeve. You can use it, it'll snug it up, it'll make it a lot smoother. I just haven't used the smaller size spools. I mostly use the Crazy Crappie line.
Link in description.
Which is on the 550 yard rolls. Keep the sticker that keeps the line on the roll on the roll. And what I found to be best is that when you install the roll on the spooling system, make sure that it's spinning off the bottom end. You want the roll to be rolling like this off of the bottom end onto your reel. Now on the spooling system, you have a knob at the top here. And if you loosen that knob, it will allow you to spin this in any direction depending on what spool that you use. Now considering we're using the 550 yard rolls, I want this baby perfectly perpendicular to the shaft that's on the spooling system.
That's not perfect.
Beautiful.
Snug that knob down nice and tight. Now the other adjustment here is a little threaded knob or a little threaded nut. And what that's gonna do is adjust the tension, the amount of tension that's on your spool itself. Now you'll notice that there's these little, almost like stethoscope when you go to the doctor, almost like ear pods, you know what I mean? But these little round parts go into the center of the spool, not into it, but just to the edge. So all I'm doing is pulling this apart and setting that spool where it needs to go so that the center of the spool is being held by those little arms. Now remember, when you put it in the spooler, you're gonna wanna make sure that that is peeling off on the bottom, just like I said earlier. Now what I like to do once it's in there is you're gonna wanna cinch this knob down, and what that's doing is it's applying more pressure on those arms so that it keeps your spool nice and tight. You want it tight, but you want it to be able to spin in those little arms. Next step is putting your reel on the spooling system. Now, it looks exactly like a regular rod. As a matter of fact, the manufacturer who helps make our rods, this is the exact same reel seat that we have on our rods themselves. If you're interested in any of our rods, you can check those out
In the link in the description below.
You rock this up into the top seat and then tighten the bottom seat until it's nice and snug. Give it a little.
Beautiful.
Now what I like to do whenever I'm respooling, this is a good time now to oil your reel. If you're interested in a reel maintenance video, I'll put that in the link in the description as well. We did that earlier. We won't cover that on today's video. Make sure that the drag on your reel is nice and tight so that it's not competing with the spooling system as it's reeling it in. Now in this case, I'm spooling up my spinning reel here. So what I want to do in this occasion is flip the bail and make my favorite knot right to the bail seat.
I mean right to the spool.
I love using the dead man's knot, or what they call the noose. If you're interested in that knot, I'll have that video in the description as well.
Lots of video references today. Sheesh.
I made my knot, I clipped the little tag on the end, and now I just flip my bail. Yep. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? Now guess what? Here it comes. Remember that day when you hooked into that behemoth bass, that crappie that was over 4 pounds, and it was heel and drag, and you had nothing left to do but to fight him with all your strength. Remember that in your brain? Bring it back to life.
Fight that sucker like you mean it.
Now there's a million different preferences when it comes to how much line you put on your reel. When I'm fishing micro reels like the one I'm spooling up right now, which is our 500 series reel,
Link in description.
I like to spool it up to where it looks just about like that. Till the end of the lip of my reel, I can fit about the width of a penny in there. Now when she's all full, all you gotta do is clip this line. Now this time I like to take the drag back to where I used to have it. I want my drag tight enough where it keeps tension on the line that's on the spool so that I can fish it through the eyelets in my rod. Inverse is true. All you gotta do to remove this is just stretch it, it'll pop apart, and loosen up the bottom of the reel seat.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Now you're ready to throw it on your favorite rod. Take your line, run it through all the eyelets. tie on your favorite bait, and you are ready to go. I'll tell you what, our new line spooling systems have really made it easy to spool your favorite reels. I'd recommend that you snag one at castcray.com. Link is in the description below. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching today. I hope that was useful and helpful to you guys. Please leave a comment below. Have you ever used something like this? Make sure to smash that subscribe and that thumbs up. Ring that notification bell so that you're getting all the notifications. Share it with your favorite friend, and we will see you on the next one.